Have you ever wondered why some men act like their whole life depends on a woman? It starts quietly, like a small crack in a wall that no one notices. At first, it looks like love, but sometimes it is something much deeper and more dangerous. Many men today are not loving women, they are worshiping them. And when a man worships a woman, he slowly loses himself. This is not just about relationships, it is about power and human nature. Long ago, thinkers like Machiavelli studied how power works in human behavior. He believed people respect strength more than weakness, and when a man forgets his strength, he starts seeking validation from others. That is where the worship begins. A weak man feels empty inside. Because he feels empty, he looks for someone to fill that void. Many times he chooses a woman to become that source of meaning. Instead of building his purpose, he builds his life around her. This is where the problem begins. A man who has no mission will turn a woman into his mission. A strong man loves a woman, but a weak man worships her. The difference between love and worship is power. Love is shared, but worship is submission. And submission without respect destroys a man. Many weak men grew up without strong male role models. Without guidance, they never learned what masculine strength looks like, so they learned their idea of women from movies and social media. These stories tell men that women are perfect and men must prove their worth. Over time, this programming becomes belief. The man starts thinking a woman is his final destination. He believes if he can just please her, his life will be complete. But life does not work that way. When a man gives away all his power, people stop respecting him. Even the woman he worships may stop respecting him. A weak man is terrified of being alone. That fear controls many of his decisions. He stays in bad relationships because he fears rejection. He apologizes even when he did nothing wrong. He changes his values just to keep a woman happy. Little by little, he forgets who he really is. This is how worship slowly destroys identity. The man becomes a shadow of himself, and a shadow can never lead anyone. A shadow only follows. Strong men do not seek constant approval. They build their lives around purpose. Purpose creates confidence. Confidence creates respect, and respect creates balanced relationships. When a man respects himself, others respect him too. Women are not attracted to worship, they are attracted to strength and direction. This is a truth many men are afraid to hear, but truth is what sets men free. A weak man thinks attention from women is power, but real power is self-control. The man who controls his emotions controls his life. He does not beg for love, he does not chase validation, he builds value within himself. When a man builds value, people notice. Respect starts to grow naturally. Nothing attracts others like a man who knows his worth. That is the secret many men forget. Weak men confuse kindness with submission. They think saying yes to everything makes them good partners, but constant agreement looks like weakness. People trust leaders who can say no. Boundaries are a sign of strength. A man without boundaries will always be used. This is not cruelty, it is human nature. People value what has standards. Even relationships need structure. Without structure, chaos enters. Many weak men put women on pedestals. A pedestal is a dangerous place in relationships. When you put someone above you, you put yourself below them. This creates an unequal dynamic, and unequal dynamics create resentment. The woman may feel pressure. The man may feel insecure. Both people suffer in the end. Healthy relationships require balance, not worship. History has always rewarded strong men. Strong men build civilizations. They build families, businesses, and ideas. They do not build their entire identity around romance. Love is important, but it is not a man's whole purpose. Purpose must be bigger than emotion. This is how men become leaders. Leaders attract respect naturally. Respect is stronger than attention. Attention comes and goes. Weak men often compare themselves to other men. Insecurity creates desperation. Desperation pushes men to seek approval from women. The cycle continues again and again.
Breaking this cycle requires self-awareness. A man must face his own fears. He must accept that he is responsible for his life. That realization is powerful. It is the first step to strength. A man who respects himself does not beg for love.
A man who respects himself does not beg for love. He offers love from a place of strength. He values his time. He values his energy. He values his purpose. Because he values himself, others value him too. This is the natural law of human interaction. Respect flows toward self-respect. Disrespect flows toward weakness. This truth can be uncomfortable. Many men were never taught this. Society often teaches men to please everyone, but a man who pleases everyone loses himself. Real confidence comes from self-direction. A man must decide who he wants to be. He must build his character daily. He must develop discipline. Discipline is the foundation of strength. Without discipline, a man drifts, and a drifting man clings to anything that gives him validation. Strong men build their own path. They do not follow every trend. They do not chase every opinion. They focus on their mission. Mission creates direction. Direction creates purpose. Purpose creates meaning. And meaning creates true confidence. A confident man does not need to worship anyone. He walks beside people, not beneath them. Relationships should be partnerships. Partnerships require two strong individuals. When one person worships, the balance breaks. Balance is what creates long-term respect. Respect is stronger than infatuation. Infatuation is temporary. Respect can last a lifetime. This is why inner strength matters. It protects both people in the relationship. It creates stability. A weak man chases love. A strong man attracts love. The difference is energy. Chasing comes from lack. Attraction comes from value. Value is built through action. Action builds character. Character builds respect. Respect builds strong relationships. This is the cycle of strength. The world can be harsh. Life tests men in many ways. Those tests build resilience. Resilience builds confidence. Confidence builds leadership. Leadership builds impact. And impact builds legacy. A man who focuses only on romance misses this journey. His potential remains hidden. His greatness remains undiscovered. Every man has a choice. He can seek approval, or he can build his purpose. Approval is temporary. Purpose is permanent. Approval depends on others. Purpose depends on discipline. Discipline is a man's true power. It creates freedom. It creates respect. Men must learn to stand alone sometimes. Solitude builds clarity. Clarity builds wisdom. Wisdom builds strength. And strength builds character. Character is a man's true foundation. Without it, everything collapses. With it, anything is possible. This is the path of self-mastery. Few men walk it, but those who walk it change their destiny. They stop seeking worship. They stop seeking validation. They start building their legacy. They start building their future. They start building their power. And that power comes from within, not from others, not from attention, but from purpose. A man who discovers purpose becomes unstoppable. He does not fear rejection. He does not fear loneliness. He does not fear opinions. His mind is focused. His energy is disciplined. His life is directed. And people can feel that energy. It commands respect. It commands attention. Women respect men who respect themselves. This is a truth many men discover too late. Self-respect is the foundation of attraction. Without it, everything falls apart. With it, relationships become healthy.
They become balanced. They become stronger. This is what real connection looks like. Not worship, but mutual respect. Every man must ask himself one question. Am I building my life, or am I chasing validation? The answer to that question changes everything. It can change your relationships. It can change your confidence. It can change your future. This is the moment of awareness. This is the moment of transformation. This is where a man reclaims his power. This is where strength begins. Do not be afraid to grow. Do not be afraid to stand out. Do not be afraid to walk your own path. Great men were never afraid of difference. They embraced it. They used it as fuel. They turned struggle into strength. They turned pain into purpose, and purpose into legacy. That is the journey of a strong man. If this message opened your eyes, then you are already on the path of growth. Remember, true strength starts with self-respect. Never worship anyone more than your purpose. Build your life, build your character, and build your future. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you like and share it with someone who needs to hear this. Drop a comment below and tell me what you think about this message. Your voice matters in this community. And if you want more videos about power, human nature, and self-mastery, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never miss the next video.